In this video, I'm gonna share those goals that made a difference in my life and give you actionable steps to help you stick to your goals and actually achieve them. Hey friend, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kelsey, but all my friends call me Kels Girl. So today I thought it would be fun to kind of do like a little recap on my Becoming That Mom series. So over the last 6 weeks, I set a bunch of goals that were actually really intentional in order to help me become a better and more present mom. And not just for the girls, but also for myself, okay? So let's get right into it. Number one off rip was waking up before the girls, okay? If you don't know, I have twins, and for me, waking up before them was something I definitely wanted to implement. Honestly, this was a little hard to be at first, but once I got in the groove of things, because I am naturally a morning person, things got a little bit smoother, okay? We started sticking to it. It was much easier. Those few quiet moments in the morning are chef's kiss. Those moments gave me space and time to focus on me and just kind of have like a slower morning. That way you're not just waking up to them crying and you're in a rush and it's just like a chaotic morning. Slow mornings are the way, baby. I feel like this was a major game changer for me. If you're trying to wake up earlier, number one thing is start small. If you wake up, like let's say for example, at 9 a.m., right? Don't try and push it to 6 a.m., baby, because that's a big jump. That's crazy. Just start a little bit earlier. So I started 30 minutes and then I moved it to an hour earlier. So I started waking up at 6:30 first and then 6 a.m. and make that time for you. So whether that is reading a book, making your coffee, doing your morning skincare, whatever it is, dedicate that time to you so that way you pour into yourself earlier in the morning before you have these kids yelling mama, 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 mama. Goal number 2 was getting back into the Bible. Period. I feel like reconnecting with my faith gave me a better mindset in order to handle the day-to-day of becoming a mom. I felt more centered in a way, and I felt that made me show up better for my girls. So whatever it is that you're trying to do, whether it's reading the Bible, exercising, whatever it is that you want to get into, set a specific time each day to do that thing and actually stick to it, because consistency is key here. So for me, I knew, because I was getting up early and I wanted my days to start slower, I would do like my Bible study or read like a scripture or something like the daily devotional in the morning. And if I didn't get into my Bible study in the morning, then I would do it at night before bed. Getting my steps in was a huge challenge, especially being a stay-at-home mom, baby. I would like sit on the couch, watch the girls play with them, but it wasn't like I was actively doing laps around the house, okay? So my goal of 7 to 8K was very hard to achieve at first, I'm not gonna lie, but getting out definitely helped. Once I became intentional about getting out of the house and going on walks, or whether it was actually exercising with them and like running with them in the stroller, whatever, that the hitting that 7 to 8K mark became so much easier. If you're trying to set like a movement goal like that, make sure that it's kind of like enjoyable, whether that is going on walks with the kids, taking your dog out to the park, taking your kids out to the park, doing hip-hop step, doing Zumba, whatever it is. Make sure that it's enjoyable for you, so that way you don't see it as kind of like a chore and it's like exercise, you know? I feel like whenever exercise is fun, you're more likely to stick to it. Now this next one, drinking 72 ounces of water before would have been nothing to me, baby. But the way when I started tracking my water intake, it was actually embarrassing. I noticed how little water I was taking in, because so my goal was drinking 3 Owalas, okay? That's 72 ounces of this one. And I just was not drinking water, and that is not okay. I immediately felt more energized and less sluggish by increasing my water intake, and that definitely helped with the craziness of mom life, because before, when I was dehydrated, I was just like, y'all remember those cigarette commercials, the tobacco, like the body just lying there? That's how I was feeling. Not okay. So for any goal, whether it's drinking water or whatever it may be, actually tracking it helps you stay accountable. So you can use an app, a journal, whatever. For me, I know 3 of these. I have to fill this up 3 times to hit my goal. So tracking it in some sort of way will help you with your progress. Now, practicing my Spanish. Now this one was a hard one too, because I'm not gonna lie, I get so embarrassed speaking Spanish because I feel like I should know it, but I don't. Even if it was like 10 to 15 minutes a day, I was making sure that I hit my Spanish goal, okay? I actually had like a 37-day streak going, and then I messed up. So like I kind of had to restart, but we're making progress. It's definitely something I want to like pass on to the girls, so that way they know part of their, you know, their background, their heritage, you know, things like that. So this one is like a must for me. And I feel like when you're learning something new, like when it comes to a language or something, it's very, very easy to get discouraged whenever it's not like clicking or like not seeing immediate results. Small consistent efforts lead to really big changes down the road. Reading comes easy to me. However, I just have not been able to sit and actually read a book. So audiobooks were my best friend throughout this past 6 weeks. Okay, my goal was to read either 10 pages a day or listen to 30 minutes of an audiobook. Taking that time to kind of put back into myself was a huge must, because it's something that I actually really, really love. And you shouldn't like lose things that you actually enjoy just because you're a mom. You definitely have to carve out that time, but it's necessary. So for any goal that you may have for reading, or any big goal really, break it down into smaller, manageable chunks. 10 pages a day seems like nothing, right? Unless you like don't read at all, but over time that really adds up. So whatever goal that you may have, breaking it down may make it seem like less overwhelming and easier to achieve. Setting aside 30 to 45 minutes each day to allow the girls to play without screens has been a challenge. I'm not even gonna lie, because baby, these 16-month regressions are kicking my butt. However, we still make it work, okay? So one thing that I do try to implement is like puzzles, towers, a lot of the love every toys to kind of challenge them. But that screen sometimes comes on. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not going to lie. This was one of the hardest ones out of all my goals, to be honest. But we made it do what it do, and I'm not gonna get down on myself that I didn't like every single day hit this, because life happens and it's not realistic at all. Scheduling it into my planner definitely helped me out, just so that it's like at the forefront of my mind. But like I said, if we did not hit every single day, it's all right, because life is gonna life. Now the 15-minute tidy every night was a lifesaver. This is something that I'm going to implement in for the rest of my life. This goal is one that I hit every single day for the last 6 weeks, and my morning self has thanked me for it every time, over and over and over and over again. Waking up to a clean and tidy space is chef's kiss as a mom. Now that I wake up earlier than them, it's not waking up and having to clean, because I already tidied. I already did all that the night before. So that time in the morning that I talked about is now just solely me time. It's not getting things ready for them, cleaning up their high chairs or whatever it may be, because I didn't do it the night before. And baby, your reset does not have to be complicated, okay? It could be literally just one area. So for me, it is the downstairs area, because this is where we spend a lot of the time. Just a quick tidy up or prep for the next morning, for 15 minutes on the clock. Whatever you don't get done, it doesn't get done. It's not an extensive deep clean. It's not an extensive deep reset. It's just a tidy 15 minutes. That's it. Small actions like this can make a huge difference in how your day goes the following day. Now, on top of those daily goals, I also had 3 weekly non-negotiables that it was like a done deal. Like, these had to get done. Staying active, okay? So 2 to 3 workouts a week. It eventually became a hard 3 workouts a week. And for me, it was running 2 times and then doing some other sort of workout. So whether it was a class at the gym, step aerobics, whatever it is, I definitely got in my 3 workouts a week, no matter what. Moving my body is always a goal for me. Also some sort of resistance training, because trying to carry 2 almost 25-pound babies is enough to get you in the gym. Planning out my week is a non-negotiable. I feel like when everything is out of my brain and into my planner, I am less stressed throughout the week. I know what I have to do every single day. And again, even if I don't get to those specific things, at least it's kind of like at the forefront, like, hey, don't forget, you didn't do this on Monday, so we're gonna move it to Wednesday, but on Wednesday, we gotta do whatever it was. Self-care, no matter how big or small, whether that was going on a run by myself, reading by myself, going shopping, going to the store by myself, or literally getting up early and doing my skincare by myself. A lot of by myself, okay? A lot of me time. Self-care is done every single week. Again, no matter how big or small. These goals and weekly non-negotiables have helped me stay on track, and they've made a big difference on how I show up for not only myself, but for my girls. So here are all the actionable steps that you need to take in order to set your goals and actually achieve them. We're just gonna run through them real quick. Number 1, start small. Don't go out here going crazy. 2, set a routine. Make it fun. Track your progress. Focus on that progress, but not perfection. Break it down into manageable steps. Schedule it in and keep it simple. Let me know what goals you are working on right now, because I would love to hear them, so comment down below. And thank you so much for hanging out with me today, friend. I really hope you enjoyed this series. If you haven't watched it all, go ahead and hit that playlist button and go ahead and rewatch it. If you're new here, please consider subscribing for all mom wellness lifestyle content. And if you are returning, thank you so much for rocking with me, girl. I will see y'all in the next one. Later.